Hey guys, how y'all doing? David here, Central Cal Piper. Just checking in Saturday evening. Today is February the 7th, I believe. Yeah, Saturday, February the 7th. So, just out on that patio. It is about 5:30 in the evening, smoking my little cheap Baroncini pipe with some smoking G&H Kindle Gold. I was given this by Double O Pipes, Rick, a while back. So, it's a straight Virginia. Not a favorite blend, but it's okay. It's smokable. I try to go through all my tobaccos occasionally, ones that I haven't smoked for a while, and it does just fine. It's funny when you put it in, it's like kind of like pencil shavings. It looks like that. So it reminds me of when I was a kid and I emptied the pencil sharpener. That's pretty much what it looks like. Very easy to pack, very easy to light. When you light it, it kind of puffs up and rises to greet you in the bowl. It's been about a week since I made a video. Doing okay. I have my moments, I'm thinking about my mom. It's weird not having her around. In fact, tonight, being Saturday, every couple of weeks the kids come over on the alternating Saturday evenings. We used to go to dinner with her and some other friends at a place called the Sugar Mill. It's just a little cafe here in Bakersfield. Their menus, a lot of older people go there. They have a senior menu, which they let me get from. I don't know what the age requirement is, but I'm only 61, so I'm not technically, well, I guess 55 is senior citizen, but anyway, they always let me order. My wife too, and she's 56, but so maybe that is the age there. Anyway, you can get a pretty decent meal for $15, including a drink and a salad and a main course, so pretty good place. I usually get chicken fried steak, and they have like fried okra, which is terrible for you, but it's pretty tasty. And then salad and all that. So it's, they have all that traditional type food, meatloaf, fried chicken, chicken fried steak, pork chops, things like that. I guess a lot of older people go there. A lot of old people go there. And a few younger people. We're probably my wife and I are probably some of the youngest people there when we go, but it's a nice place. The waitresses are always very polite to the old people. They get used to all their extra demands. Like my mom, she would always ask for extra napkins before the waitress even had time to finish taking all the orders. That was my mom. I used to joke because she'd sometimes tuck her napkin into her collar and her shirt. I always thought that was so funny. So it's kind of like what you see the Three Stooges doing, when they, in the old Three Stooges episodes. I think they probably tuck the tablecloth in their shirts, but anyway, my mom always thought it was kind of funny that she did that. She was afraid of getting food on her blouse, I guess. It brings me some joy thinking about her and doing the things we did together. She passed away, last Friday evening. On Monday, I went with my wife, my stepdad, my siblings, and their spouses to the funeral home to make arrangements. My mom will be cremated. She'll be laid to rest at a national cemetery here outside of town. We're going to have a memorial service for her on March the 1st, which is a Saturday. We're kind of taking control of that because my stepdad, he paid for everything, at the funeral place, the cremation and the urn and all that sort of thing. But I think he's kind of thinks he's done with everything, and I guess he is. So we decided that I have her a memorial service. So we're going to put some food together and do all everything else involved, which is quite a bit. I'm working on an obituary for her. Which is kind of sad to put together, but someone's got to do that. That's person's me. I was talking to a good friend of mine today. His name is Jason. I've spoken about him before and his family. It's a couple we've known for a long time. We went to church with him for ages. My wife grew up with Jason's wife, Tracy. They have 3 sons, roughly the ages of our kids, a little younger, I guess, but we had a son, Jonah. He's my son Spencer's age. And Jonah, about 5 years ago, was diagnosed with testicular cancer, and that, I think I've talked about that. He had radiation, and the cancer went into remission, but then he developed some kind of an autoimmune disorder where his body was still fighting cancer cells. It was attacking itself. So he had encephalitis for a few years now, and he passed away. I think just the day after my mom died. He was 31 years old. So his family's torn up as well. Well, today, he and his dad, Jason, my friend Jason, and we've been messaging each other on Facebook and texting each other for the past while, but especially the last week. And today, I got up about 5:40, and there was a message from him at about 4:20 asking if I wanted to go get some coffee. So my plan was just to come out, smoke my pipes in the patio for a while, do my devotionals and basically peruse Facebook and watch videos and all that for a while. But I told him I'd meet him for breakfast, so I took a shower and got down there, and we both talked, and it was a nice visiting time. He's mourning the loss of his son, and his mother-in-law died just a few months ago too, and they had both individuals at their house taking care of them. Jason, the man's a saint. He cared for his mother-in-law and his son. They were both bedridden. He said it kept them busy just changing their diapers. That's talk about difficult. But what do? You got people you love who need your help. So, he sheds a few quiet tears, but he was trying not to cry because, it's not a manly thing in a restaurant to sit there and bawling. So he was doing a good job, keeping from doing that. But I just really felt sorry for him. It's one thing to lose your parent, who's 81, but to lose your son at age 31, that's an entirely different matter altogether. It's hard to understand. Life is just not just, is it? It's just, as much as you want life to be just and fair, it's not. Obviously we know that, but that's especially unjust, it seems. Good people dying early. There's another YouTube channel that I follow, The Desert Drifter. This young guy, Andrew Cross, who he basically likes to explore the Southwest and ancient, like Indian, Native American ruins and all that. He climbs around mountains. It doesn't destroy anything. He's very respectful, but he films all this, and he just walks out on ledges and goes through all these, these places, these hidden places that public property, but he films all this neat stuff. Well, just I guess the same night my mom died, he was coming home from, and he's also young. He's probably my son Christian's age, so maybe late 20s. A good Christian guy. He'd been a youth pastor previously, but he was coming home from a trip, one of his outings for his channel in Utah, and he got hit. He was at a stoplight, stopped, and he got hit by a drunk driver. And basically he has traumatic brain injuries, or a traumatic brain injury, and was in intensive care. Now he's still alive, but he's had several strokes, and those have affected his speech, language sections of the brain. So I've been praying for him. So all these people hurt, dying, it's really difficult. Life is not easy, and it's not supposed to be, but it's really challenging at times. And his wife, her name is Evelyn. She made a video and she explained the whole situation, and it is difficult to watch. So there's a lot of pain in this world, It's a reminder that we don't belong here. We're not permanent residents of this world. I know that I'll see my mom in heaven, but sometimes that doubt kicks in. It's like, what if this is just all made up? What if that's not going to happen because no one comes back to say anything? Jesus, but those doubts start to creep in. I don't know if I'm unusual in that or if that's unusual. I've been a Christian my whole life, but sometimes those things creep into your mind, but that's the hope, that we will see our loved ones in heaven once again. And that keeps you going. But sometimes there are those doubts. Maybe it's just me. I've always struggled with faith and doubts like that. Sometimes things like that just don't make sense. I have a hard time working through those and making them make sense. But we don't have to understand things, do we, for things to be true? So I appreciate all your prayers. I really do. And I thank you guys who are praying for me, and I know that you are. I don't say all this to invoke or get more well wishes and people tell me they're praying for me, because I know you are, and I appreciate that you are and that you do. But you've all spoken and told me how much you care, and I really appreciate that. Thanks, guys. So on this Saturday evening, I'm just sitting here reflecting on my patio. We had a nice day. We got to see my daughter Emily and her two kids. They called us early this morning, and we met them at the park, and I got to hold them, and it was great. Always fun to. They came back here for a while, so always nice. My daughter Emily's having a difficult time with her grandma passing as well. All the kids are. They talk about all the things that they remember her for, and it's just my mom. There's not a person really who has much bad things to say about her. She was just a sweet person. She had her faults, but she was kind to people, all people. She was the one that felt sorry for everyone, and it would drive me crazy sometimes because I just thought she was being taken advantage of. But that was just her. She never met a person she didn't like. She would talk to anyone in line, strike up conversations with total strangers that would embarrass me when I was a kid growing up. But that's just my mom. My mom was the type of Christian that, I don't know, she didn't, get up and talk a lot. She wasn't vocal about her testimony and all that, but she had a quiet love for people that everyone seemed to appreciate. Just a quiet, shy person that had very low self-esteem for whatever reason, which I think, caused her problems throughout her life. She left me a really touching comment on one of my retirement posts, and if you follow me on Facebook or I'm your Facebook friend, you've read it, but she wrote to me about 2 weeks ago talking about how she's very proud of me and that she'd love me forever. It's unusual because she never really said it like that. She always told me she loved me numerous times, but she never really said, I'll love you forever. Well, I think she knew at that point that she wouldn't be around much longer. fact, she kind of had given up at the end, I guess, and just passed away very quietly and peacefully. Anyway, just thinking about her tonight, and my friend Jace and his family, and praying for Desert Drifter. Gosh, so many people are hurting, but that's just the way life is, isn't it? So, with all that, guys, I'll let you go. Hope you have a nice rest of your weekend, and I'll be checking in again soon. God bless y'all. Good night.